Let's now shift our attention to Niger, and France has accused the country's military leaders of effectively holding the French ambassador hostage at the French embassy in Niamey.
If you see me in the streets, better holler at me. Seeking for a beat, throw them dollars at me. I don't like defeat, take that away from me. You tryna be like me, you couldn't handle my story. But we gon' let you know, we gon' let you know. We gon' let you know, we gon' let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again we at the rooftop. Yeah man, I've been working my butt off. But yeah, thank you for tuning in and welcome back to yet another episode of Misterjaay's Reaction. And if you've been watching me for the past couple of days, I just want to say thank you. And I want to give a shout out to everybody who's in the US, South Africa, Jamaica, Barbados, Macedonia, Romania, Japan, Cameroon, Kenya. All of you who've been watching Mr. J. Let me try to turn against the sun. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And I'm just doing my own quarter to raise the awareness and to keep talking about the double standard nature of the West. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been following the news, there's been a couple of coups, and the African people, especially those of French colonies, French-speaking Africa, they have been standing up and they've been kicking against imperialist colonial master France, who have been creating havoc in Africa. We can talk about the Rwanda genocide, which took a whole lot of life, but that's not why we're here today. This vlog actually is about the oppressor turn and cries out that they are the victim. We are going to talk about that, but before we get started, if you have not done it, please do not forget to give us that thumbs up, man. Like this video, okay? Please do Mr. J a favor, like this video and subscribe to the channel, alright? Because I drop vlogs every single day about this issue. That is how important Africa is to Mr. J. We need to talk about these things daily, and I pledge to do that until the death of me. Man, I sound like an activist, don't I? So, ladies and gentlemen, there's been the back and forth conversation, the back and forth finger pointing between France and the Republic of Niger ever since they took over. And the Republic of Niger is turning out to be the epicenter because we all know that uranium is mined. And France was getting uranium at a cutthroat rate, $80 to the cent per kilo, and reselling it $200. That was practically stealing from the Nigerians. So, ladies and gentlemen, right after the military junta came into power in Niger, they asked the French representative, the French ambassador, to leave the country. They gave the French ambassador 48 hours to leave the country. But the ambassador said that he will leave. And the president, Mr. Emmanuel Macron, he followed suit. Propaganda this, propaganda that. We do not take orders from you. You were not democratically elected. And we are still working with Mohamed Bazoum. Newsflash, the dude is still under arrest. Now, these people went through the diplomatic route, and they revoked the diplomatic status of the French ambassador in the Republic of Niger, thereby making him an illegal immigrant in the Republic of Niger. Still, this guy doesn't want to leave. So the juntas went ahead and they cut off the light, cut off the water, and they shut down anybody supplying food. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you go into somebody's house and they give you a room and you stay in that room and you think that you own the house, there's going to be some consequences. So France came into the Republic of Niger. Of course, we know their mission: pilfer, steal the resources, especially uranium. That was like a cash cow to France. and they misbehaved because they were using the puppet Mohammed Bazoum to rob the people of their natural resources. And fast forward, man, fast forward all of these back and forth, the denial to move and this and whatnot. The French president recently was quoted saying that, playing the victim, I quote him, "They are literally holding our ambassador hostage." What? They're what? Now, ladies and gentlemen, these people think that everybody's an idiot. Some of these Western powers think that Africans are stupid. They gave this man every opportunity to leave. They asked you politely. They pleaded with you. They sided with you. Leave. You are persona non grata in this country. But you denied to leave. Now the citizens of that country, they are camping in front of their embassy. They want to make sure that you leave. And all of a sudden you become the victim. When you were stealing uranium from that country at cutthroat rate, I didn't hear the French ambassador or the French president come out to talk about they are being held hostage. Or they are being held hostage now because they cut off the light, they cut off the water supply, and then they are watching who is bringing food to you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the West always does these things, the games that they play, propaganda game. Now, if you've noticed, every Western politician on any platform that they've had recently, they have been propagating this whole ish. And of course, we know the racist garden and jungle fella, Joseph Fontel, the Spanish politician who works as the EU representative. He came out recently talking about they support what France is doing in the Republic of Niger, and they will stand by France in every action that the France wants to take in Africa. Now, let me say this. I thought that France was petty by rejecting student visas and turning down artists from performing and all these little things. But I would never ever have thought in a million of years that the aggressor, the imperialist, the colonial master, who has been causing havoc, who has been hampering development in an African country, would wake up one day and cry victim. We all literally saw what happened in Africa, in Niger. We all literally followed everything that was going on. They asked you peacefully, leave. They revoked your immunity, your diplomatic immunity. You still decided to stay. They cut their light, they cut their water. Of course, it might not even be their fault because you made Nigeria cut their energy supply. So technically speaking, that man is illegally in the Republic of Niger. Now, I don't know about balls of steel, but I don't know about manipulative, and I don't know about this whole concept of I own this ish, or I'm your colonial master. But for you to come out as the president, you are the pettiest, the most immature president in the whole globe. You are the first person to stir up a situation and then fall back and start crying. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to throw this out before we end this vlog. I want you to let me know. Does he really think that people are stupid? Is France really this immature? Is Emmanuel Macron really this immature to come out and say what he said in front of the cameras? Does this man know that people are following? That citizens of Africa are now following, and that we are no longer dumb. We can actually hold you accountable for everything you say. Does he really know that? Does he really understand what holding somebody hostage is when they give this person every opportunity to leave where he decided that he will not leave? Leave for coming. But to everybody in France who has been following me, I know that you guys have been watching Italy, America, Canada, Germany, Barbados, the Netherlands, man. It's all love. We will keep talking about this situation until the colonial master understands that you can fool people sometimes, but you never fool all the people all the time. Africa is rising. That's my take. Be good, man. rooftop still. Rooftop still. Bless.
Creation, reaction, God. Big up TRB family. Misterjaay, I see you. I know some artists don't do this. God bless you and your families.